Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel Dada's Dialogue. In our today's video, we'll be talking about the reason why you don't need to sign that contract in a hurry. Although I believe the fact that you've been looking for this offer, you've been looking for a way to just get out of your country, no doubt. It is what we are hoping for and it is what I'm even praying for. At least that is one of the main reasons why I even create this channel. But why is it very important for you to know the contract terms and conditions before you append your signature? Believe me, signing your signature without reading the terms and conditions of your offer very well, you might live to regret it. At least before my father died, he used to say one thing, that one of the difficult or the most challenging aspect of life is decision making. Because simple decision can make you and simple decision can also break you. So it is better to analyze what we want to make a decision on and to be able to make a perfect conclusion, because we might live to regret it. And same thing is applicable to decision making when it comes to accepting the offer. The terms and conditions in the offer might just be a bait for you coming to the UK. So it is very, very essential to know what the contract term and condition really means before you append your signature. Otherwise, you might live to regret the contract for the main time that you'll be spending while in the contract. Like I said, this video will be talking about why you should not be in a hurry to sign that contract, because some contracts are not just too good for you, whereas some contracts are very, very okay. And this is what we'll be discussing in our today's video. What are the things that you should be looking out for before you accept a contract? First of all, look for the fact that is the contract, is it befitting? For instance, any contract that asks you to pay every morning, every charges incur bringing you to the UK, that you must pay it. I don't think such contract is a very good one. For instance, there is a platform that I joined, a Telegram platform. There was a lady there who shared her experience. Believe me, in her offer, it was stated that all the expenses on her, ranging from the COS, the flight, the agency fee, every money spent on her, that she just have to, they will reimburse it back from her salary. When she shared this kind of offer, I was like, so this offer really exists somewhere out there. I don't really know whether it is the agent or it is the organization that are making use of the advantages of the situation on ground. I don't know, because there are influx of demand from other countries trying to come relocate to the UK as a nurse, as a carer and all that. And I can't really ascertain that fact, whether it is the agent that are making use of the advantage or it is the organization themselves. Because if not that they are making use of the advantage, why on earth will they tell someone to pay all the expenses that was spent on her? For instance, she is to pay the OSCE morning, the agency fee they paid on her, the certificate of sponsorship fee, and every other fee that they spent on her, that she just have to pay it. While analyzing that contract offer to her, I told the lady that, well, to me, it is completely left to you to make your decision. But to me, I don't think this is a very good offer. In fact, I come to realize that these people are supposed to pay every single penny that you spent. That is the advantage of being under sponsorship. So when they say they are sponsoring you, it has to cover every single penny that you spend. So even though if they are not going to pay you back what you've spent before they offer you an appointment, I think you are not supposed to pay what they are going to be spending on you after offering you an appointment. So in that case, let me use my own case as an example. I told you that I work as a carer. Where I'm working, the care home that I'm working, Believe me, not only that they paid for my training, they will pay for the training, everything, and they will even certify me that I've done this so training. They will certify me, put it in my file. They are also paying me for going for the training. It is also the same thing. The only difference is that I am here, you are not here. So it is almost the same thing. That means that every morning they are spending on you, it is their responsibility to do so. Don't ever think that because of you are coming to the UK, it is a do or die affair. You are leaving your family and friend behind, and this thing worth more than every single penny they will be paying you. The family and friend that you are leaving, except maybe your spouse, your children, these are the people that can come with you to the UK. But what of your parents? What of your extended family? People who are dear to you, your friend, whom you are leaving behind. These are the sacrifices that you are making for the organization. So don't see it as if they are doing you a big favor. Of course, I'm not saying that they are not doing you any favor at all by taking you out of your country to the UK, but they are not doing you total favor that you are not paying back. The fact that they need your services, you also need their services to make everything work perfectly or smoothly. Without that, without you, the organization cannot function well. And without them, you too cannot function well coming to the UK. So that is the reason why the two have to be in mutual agreement. So if you know that the contract offer asks you to pay almost every money spent on you, or everything they spent on you, ranging from the agency fee, in case you are using an agent to get the job, to the OSCE fee, to the flight fee, accommodation fee, everything spent on you, they will reimburse it back from your salary. Then think twice before you sign the signature, because by the time you come here, not only that it might be difficult for you to have savings, you just realize that maybe you see some people who are having better offer than you, then it will be painful. You might regret it, that why do I sign the signature? Maybe I should have waited for another offer to come. So that is for that. And secondly, if you think, or if the offer they gave you is one way or the other telling you to pay part of the payment, maybe you pay for the flight, the accommodation, the OSCE, most of the payment, but they say, okay, they will be paying for the agency fee and the certificate of sponsorship this time. So if the offer is telling you to pay part of the payment, you still also need to take it into serious consideration before appending your signature on the offer. For instance, like I told you, our own offer says that they are going to reimburse the payment, some of the payment spent on us. They are going to reimburse it back from our salary. So we still decide to choose that offer based on our circumstances at that period. Yes, I've told you about this situation in my previous video. So we still decided to choose that offer. If the organization, to you also, they said they are going to, you are going to pay back certain amount of money spent on you, I think you still also need to take it into serious consideration. However, this one is even a little bit better than telling you that you have to pay every single penny spent on you. So you just have to take a serious look at it. The money you are going to pay back, how much is it? How much are you going to pay back, and how can you be able to afford the payment? Is it going to be convenient for you? For instance, after doing the calculation of money we are going to pay back in our own case, I think we are paying back around £4,500. So it's also a huge amount of money, but I think it's still a little bit better for us, because at that particular moment, I cannot afford money for the flight, for the OSCE training and all that, because I've spent everything that I have on the processing. And because of that, we just think, okay, let's sign this contract. Not because of we don't have any other offer, but simply because of that is the contract that match our financial status at that particular moment. So even you, if you think a contract match your financial status at that particular moment, of course, who say you cannot sign that contract? You can sign it, but just think about it. Take a deep look at the contract offer. Is it going to be a bait? Is it going to be an offer you sign and be living on credit? You don't have time for yourself. All the money you are making, it is to pay back the loan that they borrowed you from the organization. You just have to think about it. Otherwise, you might not be able to have savings all through the period of your contract terms. And another thing, if your offer is more than 3 years, for instance, they are offering you 5 years and even more, you also have to take a deep look about it before you sign your signature. Don't get me wrong. Signing 5 years contract or even more for you it also have its own advantage. For instance, if they sign you offer of 5 years, you know that if you do everything possible, you stay within your contract and you don't have any problem at the end of your contract. It becomes easier to apply for your ILR. ILR means the indefinite leave to remain. Then by that time, it means that you can easily come to the UK and go anyhow you like. You are almost like the semi-citizen. And after a year, you can apply for your citizenship. So it is as good as that. It has its own advantage. I'm not saying it doesn't have its own advantage, but the truth is that you just have to check it very well. It also has its own disadvantages, because for instance, if they offer you contract of 5 years, you append your signature on it, by the time you come to the UK, you might get better offer. But because of you are tied down to a contract, it may be a little bit difficult for you to leave that contract, most especially when the money you are to pay is very, very high. Then you find it difficult to leave the contract. You will just be doing work that you don't really like, or you are not happy with it again. So believe me, when you come to the UK, getting another offer is not going to be difficult at all, both either as a carer or as a registered nurse. You won't have any issue getting other offer from other organizations, because first of all, they believe that you're already in the system. You know the rules of doing the work and you already know how to do it. So having other offers will not be a problem at all. So if you sign for 5 years contract and by the time you come, perhaps you are seeing offers that are willing to pay you well, then before you can leave, you think of, how will I be able to pay this certain money? Coupled with the fact that some offer might even tell you that if you are living within so period of months, then you are paying back 100% of the contract terms and conditions. But if it is so amount, you are paying back 50%. So you just have to read all those terms and conditions, know how much you are paying back if you are leaving early. If you are leaving at the later stage, know how much they will collect from you and all that, because by the time you come here, you will understand all these things better. It is when you come, you'll be able to see, because you're already in the system. And that is the reason why I'm sharing this video, to enlighten you, at least for you to be able to make a perfect decision when it comes to relocating to the UK or signing your contract offer. So if they ask you if they offer you 5 years or more contract, think about it very well. Don't just sign the offer. Look at it, think of the pros and cons, then make your signature. But finally, I will not say that because of all these things I've stated, you cannot sign the offer. At least there are some exceptional cases that even though the offer is not a very good one, you can still sign it. For instance, during our own time, we don't have much money again. So because of that, I just told my wife, let's sign this one because this happened to be the best offer that we are having. And that was the reason why we signed the offer. Not only that, after getting that offer, we think that the other ones, some are saying this is the period that you can come, and the other one is saying, okay, we can come anytime, but we just have to make the expenses. But these people, the one that we finally signed, they are willing. In fact, before you know, they've processed the COS, everything is already out, and they are even asking my wife to come for as early as possible. So because of that, we think it is reasonable to sign the contract, and that was the reason why we signed this one that we are. But if your situation is something like that, fine, you can sign it depending on your financial status, and you think you are just tired of your country, you just want something as a stepping stone, you don't mind the time that you will be suffering while in the contract. Just let me use that word suffering, because at times you might regret it, that this is not the kind of contract you really want to live in. So if also you know that you don't have the money, you can sign it. So that is for that one. And on another exceptional cases is that maybe you know that your IELTS, your CBT is about to expire. Then I think it is reasonable for you to just sign the contract for as early as possible, because starting all over again, the processing of IELTS, the processing of CBT, and when there is almost no guarantee that you will pass again the way it happens during your first period, or maybe you even write the exam multiple of times, then it is advisable to just sign the signature to come here, rather than saying, because the offer is not that good, I cannot sign it, let me go back, let me wait till IELTS expire, then I can rewrite another one. You don't need that. For instance, there is a colleague of my wife. She did not even know that the IELTS is about to expire. You know, after writing the exam, she was looking for an offer automatically that maybe agent will just contact her, because I heard that is how they were doing before. Once you just pass the exam, they will be contacting you for job offers. So that was what she thought. But so unfortunate, nobody contacted her. And by the time my wife enlightened her that this is how you do, you just have to start looking for offer, it is already becoming too late. So my wife introduced an agent to her. She forwarded her CV to the agent. Then the agent told her that your IELTS is about to expire, that she need to rewrite another exam. This is not something very good to hear. So if you know that your IELTS is about to expire, or your CBT is about to expire, and you see an offer within this period, I think just use it as a stepping stone. Know that even though you are not happy, the fact that you are already in the system, it will make things easier for you, rather than waiting for another couple of times that you are not even sure whether you pass the exam at once. But if you are also sure of, if you rewrite the exam, you are going to pass it, you don't have problem with the CBT, you don't have problem with the IELTS, then I suggest that you can also rewrite it and be looking for the best offer. Believe me, there are some offers that will pay you not only the money for your IELTS, they will pay you the money for your CBT, flight, accommodation, and they will even still give you welcome bonus. For the fact that, okay, you are even coming to help our organization, we'll pay you this so amount to welcome you into the organization. That is how it works. But until you are in the system, you might not know everything that is required, or something that the organization has to do for you. Let me tell you one thing. The truth is that the fact that they are offering you sponsorship, it simply means that everything that you spend and that they are about to spend is going to be on the organization. But If they offer you the contract, whom can you complain to? You cannot complain that the offer is not good. They will tell you, didn't you read the offer before you append your signature on it? And because of that, it makes things difficult. And that's the reason why I say I don't know whether it is the agency that are teaching the organization to exploit the situation, or it is even the organization themselves that are doing so. But I think if you have the right mentality, you will be able to make a perfect balance. You'll be able to make the right decision. And that is the reason why I'm sharing you this video. I hope that one way or the other, you've enjoyed our today's video. If so, and you know that you've not subscribed, please kindly do subscribe to the channel, share, like this video. And until our next video, when we'll be seeing again, I say, one love.